played the wildcard and I'm pushing for green arrows in the final 3 game weeks of the season. Help me get this video to 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Starting off with how my game week 35 wildcard went then. 50 points, so just above the average. I got a small green arrow. Could have been better, could have been worse. Definitely better than the team that I had for game week 34, so I can't be too disappointed. And I didn't leave significant points on the bench. Vardiol was a late addition to the defence and his 8 points was richly rewarded. I also made a late move for Bowen in midfield over Diaz with concerns that Diaz wasn't going to start, and that paid off with a 9-pointer. And having toyed all week between Watkins and Wood, in the end I went with Visser, got his 7 points, which I was very pleased with. Isak and Burmo also returned in the attack as well, but it was a blank for Captain Salah, which was a bit disappointing for me. Kind of wishing I hadn't got Salah now on the wild card. Big decisions to make for game week 36 as well. Let's have a look at the midweek fixtures then, and it's the conclusions of the European semi-finals. First of all, Arsenal travel to PSG on Wednesday night. They are 1-0 down in that tie, so they still have it all to do. Then it's advantage to the English teams in the Europa League semi-finals. Manchester United going into their home leg with a 3-0 win for Thursday evening. We've also got Spurs with a narrow win going into their away tie, and in the Conference League we see Chelsea 4-1 up at home. So hopefully not too much fatigue for those 3 teams playing on Thursday given their European exploits. So you do fear for Arsenal though, who have got it all to do. They are going to be the key team to focus on. How many minutes can we expect from their assets going into game week 36 away at Anfield? Looking at my team for this week, I've got 1 free transfer. I've got 0.1 million in the bank. There's a few players that I was hoping to start this week that I'm now thinking I may bench. The first being Trent Alexander-Arnold, who only played 56 minutes away at Chelsea on Sunday. News that he's off to Real Madrid in this transfer window, now pretty much confirmed. That means that I do fear for his minutes over the final 3 game weeks of the season. A home game against Arsenal should be favourable for him, given the fatigue for Arsenal. But I do think they've probably got 3 defenders that I trust more at the moment than Trent. I knew that was the risk when I bought him though, and this is why I went for a strong bench. Again, Jacob Murphy, another player I was hoping to play at home to Chelsea. Only managed 55 minutes away at Brighton. Only got the 1 return in the last 3 game weeks as well. I was planning on rotating him and Morgan Rogers and him getting a nod for this fixture, but I'm now thinking that I may move to Morgan Rogers as the 4th midfielder. And the other player, Salah, he's had 2 returns in 6 games since the international break. 1 goal, 1 assist. Obviously, Arsenal are going to be tired, which should play into Salah's favour. I am going to keep an eye on, how Arsenal perform in midweek. But I am a bit disappointed with Salah's form of late, and now that Liverpool have got the title sewn up, I don't feel like their motivation is as high. I did think Salah would be chasing records, but that hasn't come into fruition. And then I look at Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland back in the team, Southampton away. It's a great fixture for City, who are still pushing for that top 4 finish. I am slightly tempted to make the move this week from Salah to De Bruyne. Whether it's a move that I stick with for the final 3 game weeks of the season at the moment, I don't know, but it is something that I'm toying with. At the moment, I think I probably am going to stay with Salah, but that could change moving towards the deadline. I think it's just such a difficult decision to make on exactly where to go with that, whether to stick with Salah or move to De Bruyne. I'm weighing it up at the moment, but I think probably Salah just about stays. Team selection time then for game week 36. I am going to be doubling up on the Forest defence with Sells and Milenkovic at home to Leicester. Surely the Nottingham Forest clean sheets come back for that fixture. It is a derby game, but Leicester are in terrible form, so hopefully that pays off. I've obviously got Vardiol in that fixture that I mentioned away at Southampton, and I am going to start Ray and Aït-Nouri at home to Brighton, who basically did everything but score against City. Looked very threatening, didn't quite get a return Into the midfield then, and Morgan Rogers does start with Jacob Murphy on the bench. We've also got Bowen, Salah and Burmo in that midfield. It is a double up on that Brentford attack with Visser. We've also got Isak and Kuna completing the forward line for a strong front seven. When it comes to captaincy then, I could conceivably captain any of my front seven. I always start with Salah. Is there a good enough reason not to captain him this week? I think if Arsenal have a really tough game where they're battling a lot against PSG, maybe a game that goes to extra time and penalties, that would lean the pendulum towards Salah. I'm also looking at Isak because Newcastle still have a lot to play for. They've got a home game against Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea have got a big European midweek, but they probably can rotate given that they're so far ahead in that tie. I just think that Isak's been very consistent, especially at home this season, so he's a very good option. But I could go differential, and differential, I do like Visser away at Ipswich. He's a player in my squad who's in sensational form right now. He's scored in 4 consecutive games. He's got an assist in that time as well. So I really like him for this game. Whether I'm brave enough to do it, he did get a goal and an assist in the reverse fixture against Ipswich as well. It is something that is on my mind. I think at the moment it's captain Isak, vice captain Visser, but if Arsenal have a busy midweek and play lots of minutes, then I probably will switch the captaincy to Salah. Get your dilemmas in the comments then, I'll answer all of them within an hour of this video going live. Hit that like button, let's get it to 1,000 likes. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you for watching.